Rob McLean and Derek Young at Batodry ahead of Aberdeen against Rangers. Celtic on Saturday, Rangers tonight. Tough little spell this. How is the approach, do you think, going to differ tonight, Derek? Because there was plenty of noise, wasn't there, on the back of that game Saturday?
I think obviously the way the manager set up, I don't think he intentionally made it that we would hardly cross a halfway line. I just think it's the way it's set up. Celtic playing the way they are, they're a very good side. You give Celtic half a chance and they'll play you off the park anyway, so you could kind of half see where the manager was coming from, but we just didn't seem to link up the play. We didn't seem to link up the play through the middle and up front. It just never seemed to get going whatsoever from kick-off to the final whistle. So I think the other thing we've got the Rangers tonight. Rangers aren't as good as Celtic. No. They're a good side, yeah, but they're certainly not as good as Celtic on the way they play through the team. In the final third, a lot of movement, and I think what you've got with Rangers as well, they've been struggling at the back. A lot of changes. I think Connor Goldson's back.
He's back tonight, yeah.
And he's been missing, so he's going to be slow. He's going to be. He's not going to be match sharp, so it's something that the manager's probably looked at, and we've obviously got the two boys up front that we can get a bit of movement off them, get balls in behind and just get Rangers moving at the back. I think you've seen that with the Rangers last game at Ibrox. Habs, the way they played, there was a lot of balls in behind and a lot of movement, and it seemed to cause Rangers a lot of problems. So hopefully that's what's in store for us tonight.
Two changes tonight. Liam Scales obviously back in. Jack McKenzie unlucky to drop out. There's no Matty Kennedy, which means a return in the right wing back position for Jayden Richardson. The question that I've just asked Derek was one I put a few moments ago to the gaffer. Here he is. Jim, there's been a lot of noise on the back of the game against Celtic on Saturday. How does the game plan compare tonight?
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, everybody's entitled to their opinion, and when you set up the way that we did on Saturday, and come away with nothing to show from the game, then you've got to expect it. I'm slightly surprised by the reaction. I think some of it's a little bit over the top. Plenty of teams have set up that way against Celtic this year and tried to contain them and tried to frustrate them and tried to set up in a counter-attacking style of football. That's what we tried to do. Unfortunately, we didn't offer enough going forward. We need to impose ourselves a bit more on Rangers here tonight. We need to retain possession a lot better than what we did on Saturday against Celtic. But for large spells of the game, I thought the guys defended magnificently against a very good opposition. Unfortunately, 3 minutes before the end, we gave Callum McGregor too much time and space on the edge of the box, and that strike, won the game for Celtic. So I want the team to be defensively as organised and deny Rangers space and have that similar discipline to what they showed on Saturday. But of course, here at home, this season we've been a very good attacking team and we've scored plenty of goals and we've had plenty of plaudits off the back of playing that way. But every game is a different challenge, and tonight will be a different challenge to the one that we faced on Saturday. It's a quick turnaround. The boys have had to recover quickly. Unfortunately, Matty Kennedy is missing from the starting lineup tonight. He picked up a knock, and it just came too soon for Matty, but hopefully he'll be okay and back in the squad for Saturday. But look, we want to give a reaction from Saturday. I think if we'd have came away with a 0-0 and a point on the board, I would have been relatively pleased with that, albeit we hadn't played our best. But tonight, hopefully we can do a little bit more with the ball.
Liam Scales back in the team as well, so unlucky that for Jack McKenzie that he drops out.
Yeah, I thought Jack was magnificent. I thought, the back lads in particular on Saturday, I thought were very, very good. I don't think the finger of blame can be pointed at any of them. As I said after the game, I'm quite open and honest to admit that was the way that I asked the guys to play. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but I felt if we had done a little bit more with the ball on the counter-attack, I thought we could have caused Celtic one or two problems. Unfortunately, it didn't pan out the way that I had hoped. Jack McKenzie is very unlucky to come out of the team, but Liam Scales is one of our most consistent players of the season. He came out of the team because obviously he's not allowed to play against his parent club, and he comes straight back in. We will have to make changes tonight as the game goes on, and Jack might find himself being called upon at some stage in the game. There's going to be a lot of tired legs out there around about the hour mark, so we'll have to utilise the squad as best we can.
All the best, Jim.
Thank you, Rob.
Good man. So what Jim will want tonight is for the Dons to manage the ball a whole lot better, use the ball better than they did at the weekend. And there is a vulnerability about Rangers, isn't there, that doesn't exist at Celtic.
I think the thing that probably annoyed a lot of the fans here is that I think the way they've played at home has been great so far this year. We've used the ball well, we've kept it well, we've got in behind, like I said, we've scored a lot of goals at home, so for that massive chunk to be missing for the full game wasn't great. You can see that's kind of why the reaction's there, and I can see where Jim's coming from, because there'll be other games in the future where Celtic will play people, and that's exactly what will happen, and another team will get a point and nobody will mention a thing. But I think just maybe off the back of the success we've had at home, do you know what I mean? It was a wee bit different. But I think tonight, I think he's spot on there. If we keep the ball a lot better, like I said, it's no Celtic we're playing, it's Rangers, and yes, they are a very good team and all the rest of it. But we should be able to keep the ball better, get a lot more movement. And like I said, if you're looking at the game Rangers played when they came back, there's chances to be had there. You can get at them. Team probably full internationals, we know that, but they're not playing at the top of their game at the moment. It's a massive night. It's under the lights or the new lights.
Exactly,
and what more do you want? Every single game you play against Rangers, no matter where you're in the league, it's always a battle, and it's always
it's a massive incentive, and of course the next Aberdeen goal this season will be number 50. We said that at the weekend. Let's hope we get to that half century tonight, which is incredible at this stage of the season. It's a big game, as Derek says. It's Aberdeen against Rangers. It's an 8 o'clock kick-off, and our build-up on the Red TV matchday coverage starts at 7:45. We'll talk to you then.